So if people are listening and they are not obviously not a practicing Wiccan, but they want to affect a change, whatever that might be for them, something with their health, something that they want to get some toxic energy out of their elements, if they want to bring a romantic relationship into their life, a business relation, whatever it is there something you could suggest for people to do or say to change the energy to call something positive into their world?
Um, there are some things. Again, okay. So I have been asked to do spells for people because they're being blocked by something, whether it's themselves, or someone else, or there's an opportunity that they really, really want, whether it's a job or whatnot, and
Mhm.
what can they do to do that? But it's something that I would do for them.
Oh,
It's
I
not,
see. Okay.
yeah, so it's not
So it's
necessarily.
not like you could give us a piece of advice on like repeating certain words or sitting at a certain type of day and thinking about something. I don't know. I'm making this up,
Oh,
obviously.
no. I mean, I think that you can manifest, that's not necessarily spell work, but you can, if a person's already asking that, that's because they're already connected to some sort of form of spirituality where they do believe in that there's a higher power. And I'm not talking traditional religion. So they're already there. They're already connected. So if I suggest, you know what, go out on the full bloody moon, sit outside, completely quieten your mind, quieten yourself. Now, this is also like meditation, and you can write down what you're asking for, and you can repeat it. Now you're talking to, the moon. You're the who, that is my divine, excuse me, my God, I messed up that word. Divine energy. So you connect to that energy,
Mhm.
and I know that works 100%. So you can manifest just for yourself, definitely.
Okay.
Uh,
So wait, I love that you're suggesting the full moon. What is it about the full moon?
well, the full moon is, we that's what I follow. So we follow lunar phases and seasons. So with the full moon, it's this miracle. It's the moon. It has so much power and so much energy. It affects the way that oceans move. It
Mm.
has the way it's naturally creating movement through our lives. So of course it's going to be a source of energy to try and tap into, and also be respectful. I know I'm kind of like blanking right now, but because
No,
I
no, I think it's really interesting because, people that do not follow this don't know anything about this. So, like, if I'm listening to this and I'm thinking, oh, I want to make a change in my life, what would I do? Now I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to go look in wherever I can Google it to see when the next full moon is. And maybe I'll go sit outside and make a wish list or manifest, like what you're talking about, things that I want into my life. Maybe that'll work for me. You know what I mean? Like that, I
it
think
does.
that's important for our listeners to know.
Yeah, thank you. No, I know anybody can literally connect with energies, natural energies around us, which is my faith, which is nature-based, and
Right.
a spiritual faith. And I'm not the only faith that believes in this.
Yeah.
But yeah, we all have that power. We just need to sort of know that we have that power within us to connect and to be able to change things. We can manifest. If you are constantly thinking about something that needs to change in your life, it will change. If you are positive about it, and um, you're recognizing that there is, a higher power helping you to affect that change, it will work.
Hmm.
It's
Okay.
just about, it literally is about finally people tapping into Mother Nature and to natural energies as resources.
Right. And I'm curious about what people like you and your religion think of Halloween? I mean, obviously that must be I mean, maybe not obviously. Is it your favorite time of year?
Yeah, but it's my favorite time of year for a few reasons. One is because my myself and my daughter have birthdays in October. But then Halloween for me, I get so excited by the macabre. So I love having creepy decorations. I really do. It gets me giggly. Um, and I even when my children were young, I mean, I would have this guy here out, and at first that didn't go down too well, but they finally got used to it. I do have that fun side of me where I do love the macabre. I love horror films. I love being scared. I love scaring people. I constantly am trying to jump out on my one daughter who really doesn't flinch, and it's so dissatisfying. But then her boyfriend, my son and I will put on, costumes and then really creepy masks and hide from him and then jump out. And just to hear him squeal gives me life.
Oh, this poor
Like,
guy.
and no, he like we'll hide behind counters and pop out. But yeah, no, I love dressing up as well. I mean, half the stuff my friends say is in my wardrobe, which is fairly true.
But
Um,
and you dress this way all year round, right? I mean, I see you have these beautiful nails and you're all in black but is this your year-round attire?
Pretty much. I mean, it's yeah, my friends have called it a uniform. I love black. I always have. Black absorbs all the colors of the spectrum. So I feel like I'm colorful all the time. And
Mm,
I'm very comfortable in it. And maybe I did on Housewives, I started to branch out in colors. And I didn't, and especially going into that bloody environment, with sharks in the water, I didn't feel
right.
like I had armor on. But yeah, I do. I love, I think with fashion, I love sort of like this Gothic Victorian style that really sort of satisfies my soul. Same thing with Gothic architecture, and antiques. It's something that feels very familiar with me, and it just makes me feel very calm.
So by the way, I love your kids' names. Destiny, Mystery, and Cross. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Gorgeous, gorgeous names that obviously represent this whole lifestyle. So it's not just a phase, obviously, for you. Are they practicing Wiccans? Are they like you were when you were a child? Do you feel like they have something inside of them?
I 100% know they all do. They've all displayed it. When it's funny because um, somebody had asked me when I was pregnant with my first daughter, Destiny, if I was going to introduce her, like, would she be a witch? Like, would she be Wiccan? And I was very adamant with all my children that they needed to make the decision when they were able to or aware of what religion resonated with them. And it could be anything. It wasn't my decision. It was something that they would connect with. And now that, especially my two daughters who are now officially adults, yes, they are. But I had seen when they were younger, the girls especially, because there's an age gap between my daughters and my son, when they were younger and we were going to bed at night, I would have to read them stories every bloody night. And they would always be these mythical stories about the unicorns and Pegasus and the dragons and just, to help them fall asleep, which it did. It was wonderful. And so they naturally were being brought up into an environment that believed in magic. And when there was one instance actually with my daughter Destiny, where she was at school and she was young. I think she was probably, I don't know, she was maybe in third grade, or third or fourth grade, but they had to write a little story about how they get to an island. And Destiny wrote about a story where she was on a unicorn Pegasus, and that she flew to the island and there was mermaids in the ocean and she was speaking to the animals and she was like a regular little Dr. Dolittle. And the teacher who was familiar with her asked her if she ever wrote anything real. And it really distressed her. And she came home and she told me that. And I said, well, what did you say to the teacher? And she said, she told her that this is real for her. She believes, because we believe in parallel universes. So, we don't have these stories. I said to her, well, what you say to her next time, or anybody else that sort of says, why do you believe in magic, or why do you believe in dragons? You say to them, would you have ever thought that dinosaurs ever existed until we found the bones of these giant creatures? So that was my logic. Like, of course it bloody exists for us. In our world, it exists. And if you don't believe in it, you're not going to see it, or you won't be aware of its presence.
Right.
But yeah, so now the girls are older. I've seen they are psychic, extremely intuitive. They work with crystals, especially with the full moon. They're about manifesting. Since coming to Miami and sort of settling in, my daughter, well, actually, first of all, my children live with me, except for Destiny. She has her own place, but she is currently in Milan, modeling, and she's 5'10", so beautiful, and such an incredible artist. And I actually want her to pursue her art and get it out there, because I feel like she produces the most ethereal, just thought-provoking art, and I just think it's a crime that she doesn't share it. And then my other daughter, Mystery, who just recently turned 21, is pursuing her singing career and looking to form a band. It's sort of a mystical rock vibe. She writes her own songs with this sort of very feminine, empowering message, which very ethereal, which I'm really, really excited about. And then my son, Cross, is at school pursuing studies. But yeah, it's just, it's lovely to witness my children on their own paths, which is sort of a new chapter in their story. And I'm really, really proud of them. Yeah, and they also have a message that they want to convey and have a platform, which I'm really hoping this materializes. In fact, I know it will materialize for them.